Hello everyone, Akward Hero here for another Akward review. On this episode, we are going to take a closer look at the new free-to-play game, Star Wars Hunters. Star Wars Hunters is a 4x4 Moab-style game where you play as a hunter in the world of Star Wars. While critics of this game might be quick to judge the game on its clear microtransaction interface from Disney and Star Wars, I'm going to dive a little deeper into the game itself in this review. Right off the bat, when you jump into the game, it has you play the tutorial, explaining a lot of the basic controls of the game. As someone who's played a lot of cell phone games, this is usually a good sign, but not always guarantee for a worthy game. Similar to, similar games, Star Wars Hunter uses a two-sided screen control approach. This can be handy component, but it can be a little difficult to play when it has to do with a lot with the firing mechanic. You see, one thing that Star Wars Hunters does that both works for it and against it simultaneously is the implementation of an auto-firing mechanic. While you're playing, if your crosshairs are near an opponent, you will start firing at them. This can be really helpful and even a little strategic when your team is spread out throughout the map because it'll start firing early and warn you where enemies may be lurking. The issue comes to it with the weapons. While games have ammo and overheating restrictions on their weapons because that's a real-life component, what happens is because of the auto-firing, I found myself several times reloading at the start of firefight, and it resulted in me getting knocked out from time to time with pretty ease. In addition, with these characters, some of them are very difficult to control because they also add in recoil. And this made shooting a real big challenge at times, though not impossible. The biggest gripe I had with it was the use of special abilities. When I'm trying to do all these mechanics at once, it's not always easy to go in and click the different buttons to activate the abilities. One of the biggest characters that was an issue was Arantal. He was a bounty hunter Mandalorian. You see, when you're firing with the dual pistols that they equip, it starts to recoil and go up. Well, you're trying to maintain the focus, and then all of a sudden you're trying to use the abilities which don't even guarantee a hit. And what made it even extra frustrating was that this was a premium tier upgrade character. While I still haven't played this game on the Switch, I do see that the mechanics being a little less of an issue on a controller compared to the phone. Now, take it for what you will, but I think Star Wars Hunters really leaned into its cast of characters they created for this game. Rather than relying on heroes like Star Wars Heroes or Battlefront series, these are all new characters, but existing in the world its fans are familiar with. Droids, Mon Calamaris, Mandalorians, Rebels, and more all grace a presence in the game with a wide variety of skills and abilities. One thing I do appreciate about games like these is character choice matters. Maybe it's because I love a good RPG where I control my destiny, or maybe it's because my therapist really thinks I need to control things thanks to trauma. Who knows? But I really appreciate them leaning in and not just putting in another game where it's Luke, Rey, and let's throw Nien Nunb, pretending that he isn't part of the actual movies. Because this is a free game, I think it's absolutely understandable to have microtransactions. I'd rather be spending money on things I want rather than the ridiculous $70 price tag only to have to pay another $120. That being said, it uses a lot of the same tactics other free-to-play games do. It has an in-game currency called credits. Credits are ways for players to earn throughout the game as well as given for free. And then they have crystals. And crystals players can earn, though less frequently, or they can be purchased through the store. In addition, players have a wide gambit of cosmetic items, including costumes, weapon wraps, stickers, and more to deck out their favorite characters. If you ask me, this is an okay version of microtransactions. Though, through the making of this, I did learn that there's a wide world of different types of microtransactions.
Cool. Cool.
While I'm fairly new to this game, I'm very hopeful for the way it's started. I've put in maybe 3 hours and I've progressed pretty far. That all being said, I have been burned before. Because it's a free game and TikTok has been spamming ads, or is that just me? I would say it's worth a shot. The worst that can happen is you waste a few hours and get frustrated or spend $9.99 on the Arena Pass. If you enjoy the Moab style game or you just love the world of Star Wars, it's a pretty decent play. What do I hope comes next with the game? Well, I would love to see them explain this in the context of the rest of the universe. Why do we have an arena with these random collection of people? The crazy thing is, it's already kind of set up in the Star Wars world. And Apex Legends does this fantastically. I think Star Wars really needs to do this more with external media outlets like Star Wars Hunters by bringing more excitement to the franchise. But what do I know? I'm just an enthusiastic Star Wars fan looking for more lore. Well, if you made it this far, you are my biggest fan. I love you. I just made this Akward, didn't I?